Good morning, Wildcat Nation, and welcome to our 94th annual homecoming parade. I'm Ammuniki Wood, and with me today is the lovely
Emily Forget. I'm a junior at Culver-Stockton College.
Oh, we have a lot in store for you guys today. The community is out in full abundance today for a beautiful parade. Emily, it's 50 degrees out. It's going to be something beautiful. How are you feeling about it?
I am so excited. This year we have so many people here in town and a lot of alumni back, so it's really good to see everybody out and about this morning.
Well, Em, we talked about the parade being a lovely one again, and we talked about all the work that's put into making this a success. What's important for you about this? And when we talk about bringing the parade out for the alumni, kind of showing them what they missed about school and kind of showing the community what we do on the Hill and show you everything that's in and around Canton. How's that for you?
Oh, it's awesome. I love seeing everybody go together and make a float, as I know Greek Life has been working really hard on their floats, and I like being able to see all the high school together, and it's just great seeing it, this community. Like, for a small town, it's great to see everybody come together.
And we talk about it all the time. We talk about a rich history here at Culver. 94 years. 94.
I know.
What does that mean for a school and for an area like this?
It's just, a lot of people don't know about us, so just to be able to be here, do Facebook Live, and just show everybody that we're not just a small college and that there's so much history to our school. It's such a great feeling.
If you guys are now tuning in with us, I'm Ammuniki Wood. With me is the lovely Emily Forget. You guys, welcome to our 94th homecoming parade. And if you're now joining us, I assume you can hear the drums in the background. Coming up, we have Tammy Ellison, the coordinator for our Cub Scouts here.
Yep.
We talk about it all the time, shaping young minds, Cub Scouts. What does that mean for you?
It's so nice to see the young kids learning. They do so much. They do fundraising, and they just work so hard together to just grow and be a team, and it's so great to see.
Well, the Cub Scouts here on the Hill were founded in 1945. The organization is made up of 13 boys ranging from grades 1 through 5. Again, I just mentioned shaping young minds. What does it mean to get to these kids at this young age, and how can it help individuals in the community, and how does it help better them as individuals?
It does. I mean, just being able for them to get out and interact with different people and, like I said, fundraise and just learn to be a team and learn to be good people, and that's what we need in this world, is for our young people to grow up and just be kind people.
I mean, like I said before, our Boys of America Cub Scouts are coordinated by our very own Tammy Ellison, and we talk about her helping to shape young minds. And now you can see the guys coming in the frame, the guys carrying the colors, standing proud. What does this mean for them? This is something for them for the future. This is something they can remember. Like, how do you feel about this? Like, I remember when I was a Cub Scout at a younger age, and my mom still has my pictures about the house, and I'm always ashamed of them, but we talk about what this means for them, and kind of like it reminds them years to come what it meant for them to be young, growing men.
I know, you can just see the smiles on their face, and some of them look half asleep, but it's okay. It's still early in the morning. They got this. They're carrying their flags.
And it's 50 out, so we have to remember that.
They're so cute. They're doing awesome. I've heard a lot of good things about our Cub Scouts and our Boy Scouts in general, so I'm really proud to see them out here and just being awesome.
A little reminder for you guys at home, our Cubs are going to be doing fundraising with popcorn, cheese. They're doing sausages sales. So you guys have to support our local Cub Scouts, all right?
Sounds good.
Who do we have next up on the list?
We have our emergency vehicles with Mayor Phillips. He was reelected in April to a second sixth term as mayor. Phillips collected 76.4% of the votes during the election.
A key thing for you guys to remember is we're in a small town, so a lot of these guys that work in the emergency services are volunteers. What does that tell you about a rich community? Like, for example, the spirit, and a lot of guys are doing this out of their own will of their heart. What does that mean for them?
It's awesome, because I know for myself, I volunteered at the fire department here in Canton for a while during my freshman and sophomore years, so they're all very welcoming and nice people, and they always want to keep our town safe and our community safe, so it's really great to see volunteers come together and willing to risk their life to help others.
I remember the guys even come up on the Hill and they do the training for the RAs, and they do a lot of training working in connection with the school, and we talk about giving back, and that's a big thing for us here on the Hill. And These guys sacrifice so much to help the community and to help us here on the Hill. We just want to say thank you to those guys out there.
Absolutely.
It's too cold right now.
I know. I'm still trying to stop shaking. I still have goosebumps.
It's all right. We still have it. Again, if you guys are now joining us here, I'm Ammuniki Wood. With me is the lovely Emily Forget. Welcome to our 94th Homecoming Parade. We're glad you guys can join us. To all the alum, to all the Wildcat Nation, to all the community, we thank you for joining us here today.
Yep, and if you are in town or wanting to stop by, we are on the corner of 4th and Lewis Street out front of Canton State Bank. So you can catch us here.
Yep, we talk about rich community, and you can see as everyone passes by, they're stopping to talk with us. They're looking on. How has it been for you? Like, we talk about that community. I remember when I first got here on the Hill, it was a new experience for me. I'd be walking down the street and everyone would be stopping and waving at you.
I know.
And it's so different. And we talk about them being so friendly and so nice. And that's the community they bring to you here on the Hill.
Yes.
You learn it right away as soon as you come in.
And coming up, we have our Canton High School marching band. So it's so nice to also include not only our college, but also include our high school. You don't really get to hear much about them, so it's nice to see them come out and not only support our college, but for our college to be able to support the high school as well.
I love to say it all the time. Everything in this area works together. The high school, the junior high,
Yes.
the college, and it's just always nice to see the things that we do work together. I know our music department is a big help for them downtown, so that's always great to see. And again, I talk about how we like to say the band is the heart of a school, and that's certainly what we have here at Canton High.
Yes, absolutely. And I love seeing the old uniforms coming out.
I just need you to know, I play the trumpet. I still have my skills, okay?
Okay, I would like to see that.
Hey, I still have my skills. But I remember when I used to play in a band, countless hours you devote to this. And these guys go over and beyond. And I'd imagine a drum major, countless training. It's always impressive to see. And again, the band is the heart of everything right now.
Yes.
And it drives your football teams. The cheerleaders work extra hard. It's always lovely to see.
Absolutely. You can see our cheerleaders are putting on a great performance for our town.
Emily, did you have any cheerleading days?
No, absolutely not. I was not happy enough.
Hey,
enough to do that.
I can do half a tumble, okay? Half a tumble. That's all it takes.
I got a somersault. But I got that down. That's as good as it gets.
Nothing better than that. It's always lovely. Again, to you guys at home, I know you might be now joining us. We're 5 minutes in. I'm Ammuniki Wood. With me is the lovely Emily Forget. Welcome to our 94th Homecoming Parade. We just started. If you guys have just came in, you missed our Cub Scouts, and you also missed our emergency services. You're now here in our Canton High marching band.
Yes, absolutely. They're putting on a great performance for us as they are just full of life and cheerful this morning. I wish I woke up feeling like that.
Listen, it's 9 o'clock and these girls are going at it. My coordination would have failed me as a cheerleader. It would not have worked out too well for me.
Oh no. Definitely not coordinated enough. I'm clumsy. I'd do a cheer and probably fall.
And here you see the band getting a rousing round of applause. Again, I talked about the endless hours they devote to this, going over routines, working as hard as they can to make these things a success. And as you guys can see, as they turn the corner of Lewis Street, you can hear the Blakeys under their feet.
I know,
it's
that's
always
so
lovely
cool.
to see. We talk about them working in unison. It's impressive.
Yes, such great performance by the Canton High School cheerleaders.
A key thing to remember is, again, I talked about that bond between the school and the downtown. And what's important for you guys to highlight here is Jesse Sparks is a former alum, and he was a huge part of Culver-Stockton's music department.
Yes, and you can see that he's doing such a great job with the band. He sounds so good.
And you see the drum major giving them a right turn right now. Wow, that's just lovely, Emily. That's lovely.
Awesome. Nothing like hearing a good high school band in your parade.
And next up, as you see the band goes out of frame, we have our very own Dr. Kelly Thompson, president of the college. I like to think she's the heart of the college.
This college would not be complete without her.
The energy she brings is incredible.
I know, she's at every sporting event,
Hey, Dr. Thompson.
sometimes we call her Mama Mama Prez, because she is just the best. She is always there for all the students.
I'm telling you, she's at every sporting event. You can hear her screaming in the crowd.
Yes.
It's always lovely to see.
Every theater event, any art event, she is there. She is full of love and spirit, and even if you're new to campus, she is not afraid to make you feel welcome.
And there you see Wildcat Willie, along with other former alum, the Athletic Hall of Famers, right there. Guys that went over and beyond. Next up, we have our Culver-Stockton cheer team, the Lady Wildcats.
You can tell they are just happy to be here today.
Again, we talked about the work that they put in as cheerleaders, working on obviously trying to get coordination down pat. How has it been?
I mean, can't even answer that for you.
And next up, we have our Canton High Junior Marching Tigers. And again, we talk about obviously the high school and how hard they work. So imagine these younger kids over and beyond. I wished I had started band at a younger age. I'd probably still be playing.
Yeah, I feel you. I always wish I would just stuck with band because everybody just finds it so comforting, and I don't know, it's just something I wish I would have just finished and would have done through high school.
Again, it's important to highlight that the coordinator for the band also is our very own Jesse Sparks. And again, I'm sorry for you guys at home, but we're going to keep mentioning it. That connection that we bring from on the hill, downtown, and downtown to the hill is incredible.
Yes, absolutely.
It's always something to highlight, and it's always beautiful to see. Next up, we have the Golden Ruler Van, and as they come around, again, we talked about all the things we have downtown that we can go to, that we can relate to, and that connection, I will mention it throughout the whole thing. It's always lovely.
And we might be a small community, but for a small community, we do a lot of big things for around the area, and so it's just great to see all the people come together and support us on this homecoming parade today.
Yes, it is. For you guys now tuning in with us at home, I'm Ammuniki Wood, and with me is the lovely Emily Forget. Welcome to our 94th homecoming parade, Emily.
Thank you.
It's always lovely.
I love being here, and it's so beautiful today. I remember last year and the year before, it was so cold and rainy, so it's nice that it's beautiful and sunny out, and just see all the community come together for the parade.
Emily, I think Captain Heaton just stole my heart. Look at the little kids throwing the candy. You guys need to see this at home. And this is our home bank coming up here with you guys. Oh, this is just lovely.
You can tell the kids are just super pumped to just throw all the candy everywhere. That was my favorite part of being in the parade, was just being able to throw candy and t-shirts and just being able to just put smiles on everybody's face.
We talked about how our home bank, formerly Paul Myers Bank, they have various locations. They just moved back to downtown, and there you see them trying to give back to the community. They're going to be issuing shirts and the candy today. So again, we talked about how lovely it is.
And coming up, you have your Paul Myra Junior High Marching Band.
Again, these guys are way better than I was when I was that age.
And it's nice that it's not just the Canton community. We also include other towns like Palmyra to be able to come out here and show their support as well.
We have to go over and beyond. We're a small area, and that's important. You have to be together, brother and sister.
Yes.
You work in tandem together,
Yep.
and that's how that goes.
Yeah, just like on the hill, we're a small family, so it's just nice to be able to see the other communities as a small family come and join us.
And there you see the next float coming up is the number 16, the Lewis County Nursing Home. And there you see them with our motto for this homecoming up on the screen, soaring back into the future. For our alumni back home that can't be here, you guys, we talk about it and how this rich history we built here on the hill. It's always lovely to see. It's always lovely to talk about. And we want to thank you guys back at home for what you've done for us here. And this rich history is going to continue to live on. And we want to wish you guys a happy homecoming.
Our Lewis County Nursing Home is such a great place to go and visit. So, Christmas is coming up before you know it. So if anybody's willing to give back to the community of Canton and you're an alumni, I know the nursing home loves to get Christmas cards. So if you're looking for your kids, to find something to do for your kids, definitely think about making a homemade card for those that are in the nursing home. I know they absolutely love it.
We talk about it all the time, and how all our sororities and our fraternities work very well with them, trying to get back to the nursing home.
Oh yeah, they are so great with that.
Next up, we have our Lewis County Law Enforcement Soccer League, and we have Jen Lay, and also the Lewis County Fair Queen. Wow.
I know. It just seems like just yesterday that was all happening, and it just happened so fast.
We talk about at a young age, we try to get these kids involved in sport, and some organized sport, I should say. And it's always great because not only does it shape their minds from a young age, but it gives them a sense of understanding and working as a group and working as a team. And I would recommend to any parents back at home, thank you guys.
Bubble gum.
We got some
awesome.
gum.
Thank you.
If you guys missed it, we just got gum.
Yeah.
There we talk about it.
Yeah. That's
Rich
something I love.
kids getting outside of their box. We have a lot of kids growing up in the world today that tend to be introverts, and working as a team and working with others, it just helps these kids a lot. It's always a beautiful sight to see. I'm gonna have to save my gum for later.
I know. Hopefully we get more candy too. Can't forget about us.
We're gonna have more coming. Don't worry. I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it.
But yeah, it's definitely great to see all the kids being out and active and just enjoying this weather like we are today. And you can just tell they are throwing that candy, playing soccer on the streets. All right.
This is the one time they get to do this, so they have to enjoy it.
Yeah, right? No cars in the way. Mom and dad aren't yelling at them for being in the street.
Just go crazy in the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, I talked about it, and we keep saying it. Here you see the kids enjoying themselves, having a fun time. These are memories that they're going to remember forever.
Yes,
and that's one thing that these organizations and these leagues, it creates for these kids. And it's even great today, in the world that we live in today, to have our local kids, the law enforcement, working with them and creating that great image and also helping them.
I know we're a lucky town to be able to have a community that brings small kids together and have that soccer team and all the athletic stuff going on.
Here you see the Palmyra High Band, and again, it's always lovely to see. We talked about how we work outside, not only in our little area, but it just shows you the connection that we have all around.
Yep. And also coming up, you have your Lewis County 4-H club. I love being in 4-H.
Hey, I remember the first time they put me to do something with 4-H. I had to plant a little tree. Sorry to say, it was short-lived.
I didn't even know you were in 4-H. That's a new thing I learned about you.
I tell you, I wear many, many hats, okay?
4-H is such a great way for our students to be able to learn about agriculture and just the earth itself. And
we also live in an area where the agriculture is a rich importance to this area. It's a big part of our economic growth in this area, and it's always good to see if these kids can learn from an early age what it does. It prepares them and it helps the overall economy in this area. For you guys not tuning in with us, I'm Ammuniki Wood. With me is the lovely Emily Forget. Welcome to our 94th Homecoming Parade. We want to wish you guys a happy homecoming. To all the alumni at home that are watching, please do enjoy. And like we were saying, Emily, we talked about how it's rich. The livestock, all that is key importance to this area. And if these kids can learn at a young age, it does so much for them.
I love seeing all the young kids and the youth in this parade. Like, it's just so nice to not just see the high school and the junior high or the college. Like, we have younger kids just having a blast in this parade today.
Next up, we have our Lewis County Health Department. And for you guys tuning in, our coordinator for this is Vicki Burhorst. We talked about the race community, we talked about the Hill. How important is that bond, Emily?
It's really great to know that if something is happening at school or somebody gets sick, like, it's so great to have our health department just right down the road from us. So we always have access, and we're just so grateful that we don't have to drive all the way to Quincy to get help.
Look how lovely that float is, Emily. And it really speaks to the theme that we have this year for our homecoming. Soaring into the future, they have a rocket ship. I hope you guys saw that at home. That's just lovely.
They got bubbles and steam coming out.
Wow.
Awesome.
We talk about how creative these groups can be and how it helps these kids. But imagine that. That is incredible.
And that's what we want our young kids to know, is to always soar into the future. Like, their future is going to be bright, so not let the bad things that are happening in our society affect them as people. For them
And next up, we have our Canton Community Center. For you guys at home, the Community Center recently came about in 2015, and they've been growing really nicely. They have 50 members right now. Look how lovely the float is. Everyone is really holding on to the theme this year. We have another rocket ship. It's going to be a tough one this year.
I know. I absolutely love the whole rocket ship idea. Like, for me, when I hear soaring in the future, I'm thinking of birds just soaring in the wind.
But hey, we're not reaching for the sky, we're reaching for the stars. That just really speaks to that.
Yes.
We talk about how important it is. And here we have the Bobcat Band. A key thing to remember for you guys at home about the Canton Community Center is that they'll be doing their chili cook-off as a fundraiser come October 21st. That's going to be of big importance.
If you need any more information, be sure to contact the Canton Community Center for more information.
And here we have another marching band. We talk about it. Here you see the drum major issuing our orders, marching nicely. And I'll never stop saying it, because I remember when I was in band, I played my trumpet, and I remember how hard it was. And I have a fond respect for individuals that work in the band.
I wish I was coordinated to walk and play an instrument.
Yeah, it's nothing easy. It is nothing easy. It is a difference. It's a different ball game. And there you guys, you can hear the drum major and the coordinator issuing as they go.
Tell they put a lot of practice into it.
Oh, there you go. And there you see the flag girls going to town. I know they're out of frame now, but that's always, again, we talked about the respect we have for them. It's always lovely.
And coming up, I actually saw this family with their float putting it together earlier today.
Wow, really?
Yes, and it's so cute. They have superhero theme going on.
Soaring into the future. There we go again.
Beat the Vikings.
Beat the Vikings. There we go. Oh, that's
awesome.
lovely.
We've got
That's
Superwoman
lovely.
over here.
Wow.
That's so cute.
I'm sorry for you guys at home that cannot see this. Here we have a Batman giving out candy with his little Iron Man. It's just lovely to see. And there you see we have our junior and sophomore court.
Yep. I think that's just our junior court. Lexi Moore and I can't remember his name, but
Brendan Schaefer.
Yes.
It's all right. And next out we have our
Kappa
Alpha Psi.
Yep.
We talk about a rich history we bring with fraternities on our campus, and that shaping young men, and how important that is for us in this world today. Kappa Alpha Psi, one of the two black fraternities on our campus. It's always great to know that we still have that on our campus today.
And they're very good at dancing. You want to see a good show. When you're on campus and you see the Kappas putting on a good performance, and that's one of my favorite things about Culver is watching the Kappas do their annual dance they have.
And there you see the alumni board coming out. They're issuing out their candy. It's always great to see. Hey guys. Wow, Anna, I'm sorry to say, but I think I might have to take my leave. I'm not a fan of clowns.
Really?
No.
So I'm guessing you haven't seen the new movie It?
Nope, never. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
It's okay. My mom's not a big fan of clowns either. That's
Really?
Yeah, that's why.
Listen, I might be 6'5", I might be 230 pounds, but I am not a fan of these clowns.
Hey, well.
It's gonna be important for us. We talk about the bond all the time, and here we have the Knox County High School Marching Eagles.
Wow, I like seeing all the marching bands. I don't remember them being so many marching bands.
It is not a homecoming parade unless you have your marching bands,
You're right.
isn't it?
You're right.
I'm telling you. They're trying to make me go back to playing my instrument.
Everybody's just waving to us, like they're probably just confused of what we're doing.
And if you guys just missed it, we have the Alumni Hall of Excellence there. We had Sam Cook, class of '72. We talk about how we're gonna be honoring a lot of the alumni classes this year.
Yeah.
And for you guys now joining us, welcome to our 94th Homecoming Parade. I'm Ammuniki Wood. With me is the lovely Emily Forget.
Hello.
You guys, if you missed it, you're about 31 floats in. Next up, we have our Canton State Bank, Emily.
Yes, and we have to give a big shout out to our Canton State Bank as they've helped us make this Facebook Live possible. And they do a lot for our community, so we're really grateful to have them.
Not only that, but they're the ones giving us their power right now.
Yes.
to make this broadcast a success. We just want to say thank you to the Kansas State staff. We know the bank plays a huge part in the community. They're always donating. Recently, I know they've been helping funding different foundations. The recent Yup Foundation that one of our very own alumni recently just started. And again, we talk about how important it is to help each other in this area, and it's just great to see.
And here is our king and queen of our homecoming court, seniors Lucas Thomas and Marielle Saunders. I know Marielle was pumped to get that crown, so it's so great to see that smile on her
I remember
face.
last night she was so nervous. She was shaking before they called out who won. And when she got it, she just let it out with a scream. It's always great to see the excitement.
I love it. She is the best.
Next up, we have our more distinguished alum, the class of 68 and 71, Mike McKay and Sam Johnson. It's always great to see. We talked about how important alumni is, especially to private institutions.
Yes, we are very grateful for the alumni that we have because they've provided so much for our school, and Culver would not be what it is today if it wasn't for our alumni. We greatly appreciate all of you.
Next up, we have the Bows of English. And Bows Up by Abigail. Here we go. Wow.
Banner on the back too. That's awesome.
I love how they just stuck it in the back there.
They were just like, here, we'll sponsor us like this.
And here we have another marching band heading down. Again, there you see the flag girls going to town. It's always, how do they march and do this at the same time?
You know, I would never be able to do that. I'd probably fall right in the middle of the street.
I tell you, I talk about the respect I have for them for what they do. And here we have one of our Culver's very own sororities.
Yep, Tri Sigma, 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 Sigma.
And there you see the ladies chanting. And again, we talked about it, how rich and important fraternities and sororities are for. We talked about how important fraternities and sororities are for our campus. That rich bond, the discipline they learn at the young age, giving back is just incredible.
I know, and they do a lot of philanthropies around campus and off campus, and we are very grateful to have our Greek life to just bring this community together and all the stuff that they do for us. It's amazing.
And here we have more distinguished alum. It's great to see.
They are the
Robin
best.
Brown, class of 78 and Kenny Granger.
Yes.
And
they're so awesome.
look at the little ladies. Look at the little ladies.
So adorable. They got the gold pom-poms.
Gold brown cat, and it's incredible to see. And again, I'll keep preaching how important it is to get these kids involved at a young age and how it helps them on the whole.
And we
Thanks,
got
Paula.
Sigma Kappa. They are celebrating their 70th anniversary.
Wow.
We got it on campus,
Wow.
so
That's
they
incredible.
have a lot to celebrate today.
That
so.
is incredible. We talked about how long they've been doing this for and the philanthropy they do throughout the community.
Yes.
And it's a big part for our fraternities and sororities to help out downtown. And it's just lovely to see.
Sigma Kappa recently just did the walk to end Alzheimer's.
Wow,
Quincy
that's
last
crazy.
week, so
That is
they
lovely.
have been doing a great job with their philanthropy, so it's really nice to see them.
I'm
just so
myself,
like that.
I've had a family member suffer from cancer, and it's always great when I can hear people talking about how they try to give back. I'm never hesitant to talk about it. My grandmother, she suffered from cancer when I was a younger age, and whenever I see someone giving back and helping the foundation, it's just always great to see.
Such great support.
And here we have another very fraternity, Chi Kappa Epsilon, the Teak guys.
Yep, and you got the Teak girls on the float and celebrating with them. I like their big guy that they got. He's definitely soaring into the future with those muscles.
That's the goal, and they're really staying into the theme of the parade. And we always talk about the guys and how they really speak of team spirit.
Yes.
And you see them in every game, how great they are and how much fun they have at.
And they've just added to their house. They have like a whole back patio and everything. So
Wow, that's crazy.
They've done a lot.
I believe the guys added around 25 guys to their fraternity coming up after Rush Week. And it's always great to see how we do our rush before Alumni Weekend, so the alum can come in and meet the new guys who will be alum at former alum to be.
I love when the fraternities do their call downs and when they give out their bids because it's so loud in the dorms because everybody's cheering
And here we have the Green City High School marching band. It's always great to see. Emily, I think we're going to have to join them. I'm going to have to show them that I still have it.
Yeah, I want to see this trumpet part. I'll just cheer for you.
I'm going to have to show them that I still have it, okay? It's going to happen.
You got this, Almu.
And there you see the DU, Delta Upsilon fraternity. Guys are being coordinated by their own very own William Hill. And we keep talking about the philanthropy that these guys do, how important it is. The DU they're very involved in campus. They have 3 guys on the SGA committee. 3.
They are so great, and I know that coming up, every year they sit outside of High V,
Yeah.
and they learn what it's like to be homeless. They
Wow.
sleep in a box
Wow.
all night.
Wow.
And so they just show their support for those that unfortunately don't have the necessities like most of us do. So it's so great to see their support.
Not only that, it gives a new appreciation.
Yes, exactly.
We talk about how great it is, and if you can understand and relate to the situation, it brings so much to you. And here we have the Napa Auto Spares. We talked about how important it is for us here downtown.
Yes, I know that with the Napa Auto Parts, they've helped me quite a few times fixing my car and changing my oil and making sure that it runs properly.
In those tight-knit situations, they've been there for the save.
Yes.
And here we have the Culver teams coming on. We have the Culver men's and women's soccer teams, the most winningest teams on our campus right now.
Yep.
And here we have the guys waving at the camera.
Yeah,
It was great last night. We just had our homecoming game. The women's went 1-5-0, and our men drew out with the Waldorf University. And here the guys giving us a shout out, and they're going to be throwing out balls.
I love that you have like the entire team our entire team has to fit on the back of a semi-truck just to fit everybody. That is so crazy. That's how big our soccer team
We talk about how teams working together.
Yes.
These guys do work together. And here you see the guys saying hi to the camera. Gregory and the guys, they're giving a shout out.
And we have to give a shout out to also another alumni who is also the women's soccer coach, Tyler Thomas.
T-Tom, our guy.
Yes.
T-Tom, our guy.
The guy that makes all this possible for us.
And as soon as you say that, we see the distinguished young alum. He'll be receiving the award this year. I had the chance of doing a lovely interview with him yesterday. And there you see T-Tom giving us a shout out. The whole family. There you see Coach Ordell. They're giving us a shout out. Distinguished young alum this year. We have the pleasure of doing an interview with him. It was just lovely.
That's awesome.
We talk about the importance and how when people come to Culver, it's hard for them to leave.
Yes.
And T-Tom is the perfect example.
I'm so grateful for him because he's also my advisor and he's great. He always makes sure we're taken.
And here we see in front of the marching band, we have the Fine Arts Hall of Fame, Gary DeClue, class of '74. We talked about how important it is. And so you see the guys giving us away. And the Highland High.
Highland's awesome with their band, and I'm really digging these uniforms they got.
Wow, it's bright, it's abundance,
Very
it brings,
bright.
it shows out.
Yes.
And we talk about the flags that they're wearing, the Blakeys. It's always lovely. We've had 4 marching bands here today, 4 to 8 already. That just goes to show you how important it is.
And each of them just have their own style, their own music going on, and it's just so great to see that these young adults are learning and just having a great time today.
But what's important is we see how everyone comes together.
Yes.
We've had 8 marching bands already for our 94th homecoming parade, Emily. How great is that?
I know, I still can't believe 94 homecoming parades. You know how much that's changed over the years?
Wow.
Each year it's something different, it's something new, and we get new people.
And we really talk about how the community does reach over and beyond.
Yes.
And here we have our Alpha
Tau Omega.
my apologies,
ATO.
guys. ATO guys, and there you see the guys with their float. Hey, Farley, the guys giving us a shout out there. And the guys, and we talked about our theme this homecoming is soaring into the future. And here we see another spaceship.
It looks like a rocket and also a tank.
I can't tell.
I don't know
I can't
what's
tell.
happening there, but hey,
You gotta ask a question.
they did great. They're working hard.
And it looks like Planet Express is on the side.
It's just laughing because Jake Farley's just smiling at you in this really awkward way.
If you guys are now joining us, I'm sorry you've been missing a great parade so far. I'm Ammuniki Wood. With me is the lovely Emily Forget, and we've had a lot in store for you guys. You've missed it all from marching bands right down to the fraternities and sororities, right down to the alum, our young alum we just had go by, even our sports teams.
I know, it's crazy. We have over 70 people in floats in this parade this year, and each year I just feel like it just keeps expanding and getting bigger, and it's amazing to see all the community come together. And it's not even just here in Canton, it's in Green Bowling and Quincy and Palmyra. We just have all different towns coming together.
It always gets bigger and better. And here we have more alum going by, and the guys are waving us down. It's always great to see.
They're the best.
Here we have Julie Glover, class of 85, and Sam Pullian, class of 86.
Yep.
I did a lovely interview with Sam before last homecoming, and he was so insightful, and I can always learn more from the alum every time they come back. And here we have Lambda Chi Alpha.
Yep. The Lambda.
Hey guys, and see the guys giving us a shout out. Right there's the Juice Man Clark Stacker.
It is their 150th anniversary, so we had fireworks getting shot off from their fraternity house last night. So they are in for a great weekend as they are celebrating.
The guys told me they're gonna have around 200 alum coming back. 200.
I'm so grateful for alumni because they've donated so much to our school, and we've gotten a new archway for our school. We just built a new residence hall, and it's just so amazing.
We talk about the importance, and there we see the guys waving. If we talk about the importance for our alum, and we talk about giving back, and that's a really huge part of what we do here on the Hill. And I just want to thank you alumni back home for what you guys do for us. The giving back, it just makes it a success. What we have here today started with you guys, and I'm going to look directly into the camera and tell you, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for all the support and everything that you guys do for our school. We might be small, but we are big and mighty in so many ways, and we are so grateful.
And here we have, at number 57 going by, we have the Blessed Raymond School of Nursing, led by Jenna Crabtree.
We have a great nursing program.
Wow, it's incredible.
It's amazing. I just get on campus, and all of a sudden there's all these students dressed in their blues.
And here we have some registered nurses, and we talk about how kids can come to a small school and have that great of an experience in the nursing program. It's just incredible. We're second to none. And I have a lot of my friends are in the nursing program, and they talk about how taxing it is, but they said it's so taxing, it's worth it in the end, and it prepares you. And I know of 2 guys that graduated already, 2 of my personal friends that said the program really did prepare them.
And we got another TEAC member who's also our big man on campus.
Here you see the big guy, Kyle.
Edwards.
Kyle, you gotta give him a shout out.
Hey! I love
Super involved on campus. It's just, it's always lovely and great to see. And here we see we have at number 59.
The antique tractor.
Wow, that's always lovely.
Coordinated by Randy Ronstein.
Emily, I have to say this. My first time coming here, it was a culture shock. I did not know antique tractors were still going.
And if you guys don't know Ammu like I do, he's from Barbados. So all this is different.
Hey, I thought I was in an episode like watching cars all over. But then when I embraced the culture, it was just lovely.
Have you taken a ride on a tractor yet?
Maybe. I've driven one. Okay, that was stepping outside my comfort zone. It was new for me. My friends gave me a hard time. I took pictures and I sent to my family back home, and they asked me if I'm gonna be coming back, getting ready to farm.
I love it. That's the best.
And again, we talked about the antique tractors and what it does for this campus, and it just goes to show you that the country culture that we have here, it's a mixture of both. We have people from all around the world coming by.
And it's just great because like our school has such we have so many international students on campus, so for them to come to this small campus and get a feel of the small community and just how great it is amazing.
Here we have the Lewis County Democrats, and there you see on the side they have registered and vote. And we're in a day and age in our country where the importance of politics is stormed the nation. And if you're coming up in our day and age, you have to be aware, you have to be informed.
Yes.
So what I will say, whatever direction you went, left or right, just make sure you're informed and make sure you're making the right decisions. And that's what the message that we try to preach to all the guys, all the ladies, young gentlemen and young ladies today, especially on our campus. We want them to be involved. They want them to know. And here we see the very own Chi Omega.
Were you did not know who they were for a second?
I knew. I had you there. I had you there.
Oh,
I'm just joking. And there you see all the ladies. We talk about that motto that they preach, philanthropy. They help out in the community. I must give a shout out to the Chi Omegas. They recently did a big program helping out with the ladies downtown. They did a food drive recently also. And it's always incredible. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. If you're at home, you are missing out on the Chi cookies. I am sorry.
And not only is it Lambda's 150.
And there you see the ladies doing a shout out to us. Hey ladies.
They are the best.
I'm going to be saving my cookie for later.
I love owls, so this is great. I love our campus. I love our college. Oh, it's awesome.
Do we do a bite on the air? Do we try on the air? Or throw? We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it.
You insist. I was gonna wait, but
it's too good. It's too good.
Ripped it with your mouth.
The producer's stealing my cookie. I'm letting everyone know. She stole my cookie.
Oh yes.
That's good. This is good.
Man, we could have had our gum too. What's going on?
Oh my, we're missing out.
I have supper.
Wow, look at this. And here we have it, number 62. The Bank of Monticello. Actually, no, the Nemo Shrine. Wow, they're out with the vintage cars.
There we go, Ammo. I found our next career path. Try me one of those. We got this.
I need to try it, guys. Just one time. Just one time.
Just to say we did it. That's awesome.
I'm telling you, if I can get a picture in that, wait, the real question is, can I fit inside of it?
You're right. That's true. And if you guys, again, don't know Ammo, he's like 6'3".
6'5".
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
It's always great to see when we talk about the rich community, the different cultures you can get in this little town. It's impressive. We had kids ranging from around 20 nations at Culver-Stockton College.
And we were talking about agriculture earlier, and our Canton FFA is coming up.
Wow.
Future Farmers of America. And that's just great to see that they are putting so much work into our agriculture and learning, and they do so much, and it's such a great thing to have.
And we talked about, you would not be surprised if some of these kids were a part of the 4-H group at a younger age, and they really grow into these roles. And we talked about how important it is to the economy. And here we have the Lewis County Republican Central Committee, and I will not stop to say again, we talked about what these guys especially try to preach is being informed, making the right decisions. And we're in a moment today where politics have stormed the nation. And at a young age, you need to be informed. You need to know the decisions you're doing. And unlike any other nation, you have a chance to dictate who leads you and who can control what goes on in your nation.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, no matter what side you choose, just know that you're
left
doing
or
it
right.
You're doing it for you, and we want you to make this world a better place.
And there you see the little elephant at the back of the Republican Party.
Too. Like, but we don't need the clowns, right?
No, we do not have the clowns. I will not be partaking in that. It will not happen.
Oh, well, at least I know for Halloween how I'm gonna scare you.
Wow, hey, go easy on me. And next up, we have on the float Miss American Diamond. Wow.
That's awesome.
It's always nice to see we can have these county fairs and we can have these county competitions where these individuals can actually come out and show out.
And I was in a pageant my senior year, so I know how important it is for girls to have.
Look how cute that is. Look how cute that is.
It's such a great experience. You learn so much about interviews. You learn about yourself, and it's just it's an amazing experience.
Wow. Have you ever partaken in a competition like that before?
Yeah. My senior year, I did a pageant.
How was it?
Man, you need to be listening.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you.
Whatever. Okay.
For you guys at home, Emily loves me deep down. It's okay.
And we have our Subway sponsoring. We
support
our Wildcats.
Wow, they really do.
Love our Subway. There is a lady that works there, and I still don't know her name, but she's so sweet.
I need you guys to understand, we have limited options here in Canton, and we have Primo's, we have Los Nopales, we have Subway, we have Steak and Shake up on the hill. We even have the diner, and it's always important. And we talked about the support we show each other. You can go to any game, you can go to any, matter of fact, any event, and you won't see a banner from one of these food establishments.
Yes. They are so great, and you always know somebody. Like, you walk in, you know their first name or their family. Are always like, "Oh, how's your child doing?" Like, we're such a close community, and it's so great to be able to have that.
And another thing, something that's important to remember is that when a lot of people do come here, it's hard for them to leave because that's what other colleges don't offer that we offer here, I like to say. Absolutely. We build a family and a community here. It's always great to see. And again, I'm going to give another shout out to our alumni back home. Thank you for what you've done for us here. And I'm just thankful that I can experience it. I range from a far island of Barbados, coming from the Caribbean, and it's always beautiful when I can embrace this culture. And you guys, what you have built here for us today, it's been very welcoming. I just want to say thank you to you guys at home.
And here now is your Culver-Stockton softball team.
And you have the guys wave at the Facebook Live.
Dogs and them throwing candy.
The softball team, they're going to be preparing for their season. They're going to be ready to kick it off come November. It's going to be big for them. Last year, they made an excellent run in the tournament, and it's going to be great to see. They're coached by Coach Bastian, a former NCAA All-American. She was awesome, and she really does prepare our young ladies for the game today. Last year, boasting a winning record, actually, in both the varsity and JV teams. So it just goes to show you how incredible it is. And here we see the Canton Recycling Center. And there you see the guys with the cardboards.
Hey, they are making this world a better place. They're soaring in the future with that.
And here we see the little donkey. Wow. And
we got the mini mule hitch.
Wow. That's incredible.
Honestly, I didn't know that was a thing. So,
wow.
Okay, I really didn't know that.
There we go. There you go. We talked about how the parade can really bring attention to all the other organizations. And here we go. We're getting ready to end it off, and there you can see it was a lovely parade, Emily.
It was, oh my gosh, I love it. Every year I love doing this. I love being here and seeing the community come together, and I'm always learning something new about this town. So it's amazing.
To you guys at home, if you missed it and you're now joining us, I apologize. You missed the great parade. It was our 94th homecoming parade, Emily, and it was a lovely sight. What did you love most about the parade?
Honestly, I loved just seeing all the different bands from the different schools, because we've just seen so much, and I love seeing that music is still important in our culture, and they're not, like, there's so many of them too, so it was such a great thing to see. What was your favorite, Amu?
What for me, it just talks about everyone just coming together. And I love when the whole nation can come, the whole nation, Wildcat Nation, the whole Wildcat Nation can come out and show support for them, and it's always lovely to see.
Absolutely.
Hey, Rory. Thank you.
Wow, you got candy all over, left and right.
That's my little sister right there.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we just have to thank all you guys at home for tuning in with us here. To the alum, we want to wish you guys happy homecoming. Thank you for joining us. This would not be possible if it did not start with you guys. I'm Ammuniki Wood. With me is Emily Forget. We want to wish you guys a happy homecoming. Thank you for joining us. Go Wildcats, and keep the vibes coming.